Hi grade 10 students, so I'm back again with another one. So guys, in this video I'll be giving you guys a question paper for term 3 test. This is mathematics term 3 test. This test was written last year, so you must make sure that you watch this video till the end because it's going to help you very much when you write your term 3 test. And remember guys, I'm not going to just give you only this paper and its memorandum. I'll also give you guys the paper that was written in 2023 and 2022. So this is our part 1, and I'm still going to give you part 2 and part 3. So there are two more papers that I'm still going to give you, so you must make sure that you watch them as well, because believe you me, this paper of 2024 or one of the papers that was written in it's either 2024, 2023, or 2022. One of those papers, you're going to write them as they are, or most of the questions they will come back exactly as they are. Maybe they can just change the numbering, but they will come back exactly as they are. So you must make sure that you watch all these videos till the end, because they will help you very much. As you can see, this paper was written in 2024. So it was last year paper, grade 10 mathematics. So this was written in September. So very soon you are going to write your September term 3 test. So you must make sure that you stick to this video. Okay, the very first thing a wise learner do before he or she writes everything on their paper, he or she start to read the instruction and information. So it's very much important for you to read your instruction and information. So you must first read the instructions and information before you write anything. So please make sure that you do that. Okay, now let's move over to the questions. Let's go to question 1. Okay, as you can see, this is our question 1. So the table below represent mathematics marks in a grade 10 class at school A. So that there is this data there given in a table. So there are numbers that you can see on the table, and for those numbers you have to answer the questions based on those numbers. So I believe that 1.1, it's only questions based on those numbers. Okay, as you can see, question 1.1.1, for the above data, determine the following. You have to determine the mean of the above data. Okay, as you can go to your left hand side of the screen, you can see that I've placed the memorandum as well. So this is 1.1. As you can see, this is your answer, and it contains of 2 marks, guys. There is a mark for method and mark for your final answer. So please make sure that you check this out. The answer for this mean was 41,21. So this was your answer. So you must make sure that you get the correct one. Okay, 1.1.2, you have to determine the median. Okay, this is only 1 mark, guys, but you have to determine the median. Okay, let's check the median for this. The median was 39. So in this data there's 39, which is our median. Okay, now let's move over to 1.1.3. Okay, you have to determine the mode. Remember, the mode is the number that it keeps repeating, or the repetitive number which appears most in this case. So the correct answer in our case is 42. As you can see, 42 appears more than once. So that's our final answer for 1.1.3. Now let's determine the interquartile range. That's 1.1.4. You have to determine the interquartile range for 3 marks. Okay, guys. Now let's move to the memo and see our answer here. So there is 1 mark for identifying the Q1, 1 mark identifying Q3, and the mark for our final answer. The Q1 in this case was 51, Q3 was 51, Q1 was 24. So our final answer in this is 27. So you must make sure that you get that as well. So let's move over to 1.1.5. You have to determine the 5 number summaries for a box and whisker. So that's a box and whisker diagram. Let's check our answer here. It's 2 marks, guys, in this 3, sorry. So it's 3 marks for this. So there's mark for identifying the maximum, and mark for identifying the Q1 and Q3, which we already did them in question 1.1.4. for just placing them in the correct sequence, you get the mark for that. So our answer, this is our answer. This is how you will plot, or this is how you will draw your box and whisker diagram. So you must make sure that you do it correctly so that you get the marks. Okay, now let's move over to question 1.2. Okay, our question 1.2. The following table represents the percentage of monthly income spent on petrol and car expenses by 50 people. So you must make sure that you study this table below, you study and understand it, then you move over to the questions. So our question 1.2.1, determine the values of A, B, C, D, and E. So you have to determine the value of A, value of B, value of C, value of D, and also E. Okay guys, now remember it's only 2 marks for that, and you must make sure that you get all of them. You get them all correct so that you can get these 2 marks. Okay, let me adjust the memo for you so that you may see. It's 2 marks for this one. So in this case, as you can check the memo, that's our A. Our A was 120, and that's our B, which was 21. Okay, I'm hoping that you can see. And that's our C, which was 324. You must make sure that you get this correct, guys. And that's our D, which was 8. And our final answer, which is E, it was 78. So you must make sure that you get everything here so that you can get all of these 2 marks, guys. Okay, now let's move over to 1.2.2, sorry. Calculate the estimated mean. So you have to calculate the estimated mean for 2 marks. Okay, remember that you get the mark for method and also for your answer. So you have to check even the method sheet, the formula sheet, so that you can use the correct formula in this question. So the estimated mean in this case was 24,12. That's our final answer, and you must make sure that you get it correctly. So okay, now let's move over to question 1.2.3. You have to find the modal class. The modal class for 1 mark. Okay, that's our answer, and you get a 1 mark for this answer. Make sure that you get it correct, and you must also know the correct formula for this so that you can get all of these, guys. Okay, let's move over to our last question in question 1.2.4, the interval containing the median. You have to find the interval containing the median. Okay, you get the mark here for your position and for identifying your class. This is our final answer, and you must make sure that you get this. Okay guys, as you can check, question 1 in this case contains 16 marks. So you must make sure that you get all of these 16 marks so that you can make it in question 1. Alright, now let's move over. We have to move over to question 2. Okay guys, and remember that we also offer extra online classes. If by somehow you find yourself struggling in mathematics, we teach mathematics. You must make sure that if you are interested to join, I will leave the number on the screen below so that you can WhatsApp us and we will help you to join so that you may learn with others. So it's only 100 guys to join. It's 100 rand to join. This 100 rand covers you for the whole month in one subject. So we don't offer only mathematics. We also offer other subjects that are more common subjects. We offer eco, we offer accounting, and all those subjects. So if you are interested to join, I will also show you the timetable of all the subjects that we teach. So if you're interested to join, you will find the number here on the screen with the WhatsApp number that you should use to contact us so that we can help you and you may join and learn with others. All right, guys. Now let's move over to our question. We are now going to question 2, guys. So given the equation of a hyperbolic function, this is the function mentioned. So you have to answer question 2 based on this function that you have been given. Okay, 2.1, write the equation of the vertical and horizontal asymptotes. Okay, check your memorandum in this side. So it's 2 marks for identifying your vertical and horizontal asymptotes. So in this case, it was 0 and 2. You must make sure that you get that so that you can get the marks here. Okay, now let's move over to 2.2. Determine the coordinates of x-intercepts. Alright guys, here you have to use the formula. So it's also 2 marks for these guys. So our final answer in this case, the x-intercepts was -1 and 0. So you must make sure that you get that as well so that you can get these 2 marks. Okay, now let's move over to question 2.3. Sketch the graph on a set of axes. Okay, check our question 2.3. Check the memorandum as I've placed it before you. There's 3 marks here, guys. You get the mark for drawing the correct shape. You also get the mark for identifying the asymptote and also for the x-intercept. Okay, this is our answer. This is how you should plot your graph. This is how you should sketch it and plot it, and you get these 3 marks. Okay guys, I'm hoping that you are seeing how you should do this. I'm hoping that you are getting a clear picture. Alright guys, now let's move over to question 2.4. Write down the equation of the axis of symmetry with a negative gradient. Okay, let me adjust the memo so that you may have a clear view. Alright, 2.4 is 2 marks. So you get the mark for using the correct method or correct formula, and also the mark for identifying your gradient. Okay, this was your final answer, and I hope that you get it as well. Okay guys, now let's move over to question 2.5. G of x is the new function formed if f of x is shifted 5 units down. So determine the equation of g of x. Okay guys, so it's 2 marks here as well. You get 2 marks as well for identifying your 1 mark for identify your method, and another mark. Okay, you must make sure that you get this equation of g of x correct. So this was your final answer. So I'm hoping that you are seeing here and you are getting a clear picture. So remember that we don't only offer those subjects that I've mentioned. We also offer videos of all other subjects. So if you're interested to watch any other subjects, maybe it's physical science, life orientation, or whatever subject that you know, just go to YouTube and search e-learning solution SA. So you will watch the videos of all the other subjects that will help you in your examinations so that you may be able to pass and go to the next grade. Okay guys, remember that this question 2 was containing 11 marks, so you must make sure that you score well and get all these 11 marks. Okay, now let's move over to question 3 guys. This is our second last question, so you must make sure that you also perform well in this question as well. Okay, let me also adjust the memo. All right, the graph of f of x is equals to x squared minus 4 and the g of x is equals to negative x plus 2 are sketched below. A and B are the x-intercepts of f and c, and D are the y-intercepts of f and g respectively. So K is a point on G such that KB is parallel to the y-axis. F and G cut at A and E. So you must make sure that you read that first statement and understand it. Then you study this graph so that you may have a clear understanding of how you should approach your questions. Okay, now let's move down to the questions. So 3.1, write down the coordinates of C. Okay, if you can check your left hand side, it's only 1 mark guys, so you must make sure that you get this mark correctly. So okay, so your coordinates for C, it was 0 and -4. So you must make sure that you get that correct. So 3.2, write down the coordinates of D. 1 mark as well. So your final answer here was 0 and 2, as you can see in the memorandum. So you must make sure that you also get that so that you can make it and go to grade 11. Okay, 3.3, determine the coordinates of A and B, 3 marks. So you get the mark here for equating to 0, you get the mark for factor, and your final answer. So you must make sure that you do everything right here. So the coordinate for B was -2 and 0, and the coordinates for A was 2 and 0. So you must make sure that you get that answer correct. Okay, now let's move over to 3.4. Determine the coordinates of E, a point of intersection of F and G. So these have a lot of marks, guys. It's 4 marks for this question. As you can see, you get the mark for identifying f of x and g of x. You get the mark for your standard form, you get the mark for factors, and also for coordinates of E. So you must make sure that you get everything. So just check your final answer here, 3.4. Check it, understand it, and know how you should approach it, because this will help you very much when you write your term 3 test. Okay, guys, and now we have to move over to question 3.5. Let me adjust the question paper so that you can have a clear view. Okay, 3.5, determine the length of A and B. So 2 marks for this question, guys. So there's a mark for method or the correct formula. There's also a mark for your final answer. Okay, so this is your answer. Make sure that you review it, you check it, because this will help you when you write. Okay, 3.6, determine the length of BK. So you're determining the length of BK for 3 marks. Okay, there's a mark for method or your correct formula, for substitution, and your answer. Or let me just say there's a mark for substitution, for Y value, and your answer. Okay, it's one in the same. So you must make sure that you get this correct answer so that you can get the full marks for this question. Okay, 3.7, for which values of x is 3.7.1 f of x is less than f of x is greater than 0. So there's 1 mark for this question. So here is your mark, here's your final answer. You must make sure that you get it correctly. I'm hoping that you are having a clear view. 7.2, for which values of x is g of x is less than 0. So it's also 1 mark for this, and this is your answer. Okay, now the question 3 contains 16 marks, so you must make sure that you perform well and get all these 16 marks for this question. Now let's move over to question 4, our last question. Let me adjust the memo as well so that you can have a clear view. All right. In a soccer tournament, a player kicked the ball from a distance of 11 meters from the goalpost, 4 meters high. In order to score a goal for his team, the shortest distance traveled by the ball in a straight line. The angle formed by the pathway of the ball and the ground is represented by theta. So you must make sure that you read and understand that statement, and also study this shape which you're going to base your answers on. Okay, 4.1, calculate the largest angle theta for which the player will possibly score a goal. So this was 3 marks. So here you will have a mark for identify using the correct method or formula, and also a mark for simplification, and your answer. So this was your final answer in this question. So you must make sure that you review it, understand it, and get it correctly. Okay, I'm hoping you're having a clear view. You can even pause the video and do it correctly so that you can understand very well, guys. Okay, now let's move over to question 4.2. Calculate the distance traveled by the ball. 2 marks for this question. Okay, there's a mark for using the correct method and your final answer. So in this question, you have to get all of this correctly so that you can get that 2 marks. It's very much important, guys. You must make sure that you get it. Okay, so it was your final answer. You must make sure that you get that. Okay, now let's move over to our last question, 4.3. Will the player score a goal if the angle theta is 22 degree? Justify your answer. So your answer, there is 2 marks. So it's a mark for writing the correct answer, and another mark for explaining. So you must use your own words to explain this. For the examiner here, give the answer that no, the largest value for a player to score is 19.98 degree. Therefore, the ball will cross over the post. So you must answer this like this, or give your own answer, but that will be correct so that you can get the correct mark. Okay, guys, this paper contains 50 marks, and you must make sure, it's a must, guys, you must make sure that you get at least 30 and above so that you may be able to make it pass and go to the next grade, which is grade 11. So you must make sure that you watch this video till the end. Okay, guys, this was the end of our video. Please make sure that you like this video, you subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, and you also leave your comment below, guys, so that we may keep making videos like this that will help you in your future examination. And remember, guys, you have to WhatsApp us. The number that you are seeing on your screen, just WhatsApp it if you are interested to join one of those subjects and learn in our extra classes. So that was it. So I'll see you in the next video, guys.